Thank you for joining this e-learning course on Here and Now Studio. In this video we will focus on shifting thoughts from limitation to possibility through intentional mental redirection. This approach teaches how restrictive thinking patterns reduce clarity and confidence, while possibility-focused thoughts expand creativity, motivation, and meaningful action. With consistent practice, attention can be trained to view challenges as opportunities and to approach situations with strength, optimism, and constructive curiosity. Limitation-based thinking often arises from habitual interpretations shaped by past experiences or fears. These patterns create narrow perspectives that restrict growth. Shifting toward possibility means choosing thoughts that widen options, illuminate new pathways, and support confident decision-making. When thoughts align with possibility, energy, resilience, and solutions expand, allowing progress to continue even during uncertain moments. Shifting from limitation begins with recognizing internal patterns that create hesitation or doubt. Awareness reveals where thoughts contract instead of expand. By observing these signals, space is created to introduce more supportive interpretations. This practice encourages clarity and opens the doorway to more flexible thinking, helping the mind learn to choose empowerment over restriction during everyday challenges. Once limiting patterns become visible, new perspectives can be introduced. This involves consciously replacing restrictive thoughts with statements that highlight capability, opportunity, and growth. Possibility-focused thinking nurtures emotional steadiness, encourages creativity, and strengthens confidence. Over time, these new thought pathways become more familiar, guiding choices toward progress rather than avoidance and helping actions align with long-term goals. Reframing transforms limiting interpretations into constructive ones. When situations appear difficult, focusing on what can be learned or improved helps shift attention from what is missing to what is achievable. This approach creates momentum, encourages patience, and supports balanced responses. Reframing nurtures a mindset that remains focused on solutions, even when circumstances seem restrictive. Solution-oriented thinking reinforces a sense of direction and inner strength. By selecting thoughts that highlight options instead of obstacles, mental energy becomes directed toward progress. This shift helps reduce overwhelm and builds trust in the ability to adapt. Possibility-focused reframing gradually shapes a resilient mental framework capable of handling uncertainty with clarity and steady determination. Expanding mental flexibility allows thoughts to move freely beyond familiar limits. Possibility-oriented thinking encourages exploration, creativity, and fresh viewpoints. This expansion supports emotional resilience and gives space for new ideas to emerge. When thoughts become flexible, responses become more adaptive, allowing decisions to be guided by clarity rather than fear or past limitations. Mental flexibility grows through steady practice. By introducing empowering phrases, the mind becomes accustomed to considering multiple pathways instead of defaulting to restriction. This habit strengthens confidence, nurtures growth, and supports continuous improvement. With time, flexible thinking becomes a natural part of daily life, shaping a mindset that remains open, capable, and grounded in possibility. Building a possibility-focused mindset requires repetition and deliberate choice. Each empowering thought reinforces a supportive internal environment. This mindset encourages positive interpretations, motivates consistent action, and strengthens emotional resilience. By directing attention toward what can be built, improved, or overcome, possibility-focused thinking creates a strong foundation for progress. The motive of this course is to support the transition from limiting thought patterns to possibility-oriented thinking. Through awareness, reframing, and flexible mental exploration, the mind learns to approach challenges with clarity, strength, and openness. These practices nurture resilience, expand creative problem-solving, and build a consistent mindset that supports growth across all areas of life. Thank you for your time. We encourage you to continue exploring the quiz and work package to reinforce your understanding. See you in the next video.